Hello, everyone. This is Heidi with Downtown NorCal Live. And Downtown NorCal is all about making sure that your best investments are secure and utilized well. So today, I was inspired by an individual's story. And after hearing the words of President Obama and his speech to high school grads this weekend, if the world's going to get better, it's going to be up to you. I loved that, and I love the fact that Maria Contreras-Tebbet of the Bike Campaign in Davis and the Bike Garage in Woodland is joining us. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you for the invitation.
If you would just walk us through the inspiration and the mission of both the Bike Campaign and the Bike Garage.
The Bike Campaign was started to encourage more people to use bicycles to get to school, to reduce car trips to school. I was mortified when I saw all the cars piling up outside of a middle school in our community and realized that this was happening in schools throughout our communities and, in fact, throughout the nation.
Mm-hmm. And the Bike Garage?
Well, the Bike Garage is doing an excellent job of recycling bikes, especially in Davis. People buy a lot of bikes. Sometimes they use them, sometimes they outgrow them. It's not the kind of thing that you pass on to a Goodwill store. And people wanted to have a way to make sure that those ponies made it back out onto the trail again. And yet that takes bike mechanics. So we have a crew of volunteer bike mechanics. We're all volunteers. We get those bikes inspected. The work is done on them that needs to be done. And then we get them back out on the street again.
And a lot of times folks end up with a bike that they suddenly need repairs for, and they can't necessarily afford those repairs. So you can take care of those needs. Is that right?
Absolutely. One of the hallmarks of what we've done for the past 10 years is to offer twice a week free bike repair. Now, this doesn't mean tune-ups like you would get done at a bike shop that might cost $75 to $150 plus parts. Most of the time, people have flat tires or haven't lubed their chains, or the chain has fallen off, or the brakes aren't working. And these are important things that need to be fixed so that you can have a great bike riding experience.
When we talked a few weeks ago, you envisioned this time as a way for us to rethink how we travel. And a lot of folks are now out on their bikes getting that exercise that they're not getting at the gym, and perhaps minds are changing. What do you think about that?
I really feel that minds and hearts and bodies are changing. We feel different now that we're not sitting on congested highways for hours out of every day commuting to jobs. We feel different when we see our streets uncluttered by traffic. Our kids aren't feeling as rushed to start their days and can start in a calmer way, and in fact might start their day by moving, walking, skating, bike riding, so that they have then more focus and attention to be able to sit down and learn. And we've known this all along. Kids used to ride bikes to school, and then somehow the scale tipped and we put everything we do in favor of the car. And it's time to go back to just a kinder, gentler way of transporting ourselves around our communities.
One of the positives I'm noticing is that families are spending so much time together in new creative ways. And a lot of times what I'm seeing on social media is that families are also looking for new things to do. We all know the Arboretum and, various trails that are popular. You have access to a number of maps and suggestions about places to go. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So the Bike Campaign noticed a need about 10 years ago for a new Davis bike map. At that point, there was a map that was out of date, and it didn't appear that a new one was going to be printed for several years. So we started doing the work to put that information together, along with a lot of information about the biking lifestyle. We have many unique kinds of infrastructure and road signage in Davis. And when you move to our community as thousands of people, UC Davis students and staff and new residents throughout the community, we don't automatically know what those things are. And so it's an opportunity to invite people to join us in our biking lifestyle and provide information, education, and support so they can have a great experience. So the bike map for Davis very clearly has the Davis Bike Loop defined on it, which is a little hard to find on your own. And it has a rating on bike lanes that we use colors for streets that have high traffic and streets that have lower traffic, trails that are off of the street. And in fact, there are 17 bodies of water in Davis that most people would never know, and I didn't even realize it until I counted them on the map.
Oh, interesting. Now, it is a desperate time for many, and you and I were talking earlier about thefts being up. Can you?
Yes. You know, most people are going to be dealing with a lot of financial issues. And so riding a bike could change everything for them, change the cost of using a vehicle all the time to using a bike. So getting the best bike you can get for the buck is important. And when you do that, factor in the cost of a quality lock. This is not a lock that comes from a big box store that are easily cut. You need to also factor in where you're going to put your bike, especially at night. And I like to tell people, if somebody can see it, somebody can steal it. Also knowing how to lock your bike, the frame of the bike to something that does not move. It's a little easier to find bike racks available now, but even in our homes and in our garages, we want people securing their bikes. I would say about 90% of all bike theft has been a crime of opportunity. Bike theft has been the #1 crime in Davis for many years. We are all capable of being smarter than thieves.
So from thefts to trails to bike repairs to recycled bikes, there are so many resources you're offering. What is the best way for people to learn more about that?
I love when people go to our website. It's easy to find, www.thebikecampaign.com. And there you'll find information on all of our articles that we've written by wonderful people in the community about why I ride. You'll find many what we call our bicycle tips of the week. Most commonly asked questions like, how do I pump up my tires? Those kinds of things. How do I lube my chain? Some of this information is available on our website and also other links that we provide. So we like to be that hub for information. I've had a lot of conversations with people about how to start off, let's say, an 8-year-old on riding a 2-wheeled bike, how to carry children on bikes, how to move cargo on bikes. What about electric bikes? So we're here to answer questions. We're here to offer support, education, training, but most importantly, we want to see people out there rolling. The entire family, get grandma and grandpa going, the grandkids, everybody. Everybody can do this.
What an incredible nonprofit service you're providing. Congratulations on that, and to your volunteers as well. So I've been talking with Maria Contreras-Tevitt. She's the director of the Bike Campaign in Davis and the Bike Garage in Woodland. Wanted to mention that I also am aware the Bike Garage has a new pop-up in Davis, so do not hesitate to seek them out. Maria, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Heidi.
This is Heidi again with Downtown NorCal Live. I do these interviews Monday through Friday, and I hope to see you for tomorrow's. Bye-bye.